You know your zodiac sign. You probably even know your Myers-Briggs type. But do you know your dominant chakra energy? Because knowing your dominant chakra energy is what actually determines your spiritual path, not your sun sign and not your personality type. Your dominant chakra energy is the single most overlooked part of your spiritual blueprint. And why? Because every practice activates one of two energies. Because the energy you are choosing is what determines your spiritual path. It's either the hero's journey or the heroine's journey, which I have named the Grail path. Since most people don't understand energy work, they're using practices that strengthen their dominant energy, which means they're not healing, they're short-circuiting. So let me show you what I mean. Have you ever felt like some spiritual practices just don't work for you, even though they're supposed to be universal? Or your emotions just get bigger when you meditate instead of calmer? Or maybe you feel numb, detached. That's because your spiritual energy has a dominant current. And let me tell you, not everyone's soul is feminine. So increasing the divine feminine energy within you is not for everyone. Fire dominant people are emotionally wired. They lead with heart, creativity, and deep feeling. Their spiritual growth comes from strengthening the divine masculine or water energy. Because creative people need structure, discipline, and strategy. Now, water dominant people are mentally wired. They lead with thought, focus, and vision. Their growth comes from the divine feminine or fire energy. Why? Because intellectual people need to open their hearts and creative functions. They need to think of others, be compassionate, and try multiple strategies to evaluate their goals. Wouldn't it be nice if a company was evaluated on the mental health of their employees or on the environmental impact instead of monetary profit? When you don't know which energy is dominant within your system or which spiritual path you are on, your spiritual practice is not powerful and could do the opposite of what you need or want. See, I learned this the hard way. Years ago, I was fully committed to my path: meditation, visualization, energy work. But the more I practiced, the more scattered and overwhelmed I became. I couldn't focus. I had 1,000 tabs open in my mind. I felt like I was doing everything right, but I was still just falling apart. It wasn't until I discovered this fire-water framework that it all made sense. See, I'm a creative personality, which means I'm fire dominant. And I was pouring more fire into my system with my spiritual practices. So once I shifted my methods to balance my overloaded system, everything changed. Now, this did not happen overnight, but I stopped spinning. I got grounded and I healed. This matters because every ancient spiritual system, from yoga to Kabbalah to even early Christianity, was built around this two energy model. And they had different names for it, but the wisdom was the same. You have to know your energy flow before outer practices will work. When your dominant energy is balanced by your supportive or transformative energy, you feel in alignment. Things click. Spirituality becomes embodied, not abstract. I'm writing a new book where I go deeper into this, and it's called Navigating the Chakras, and it's coming September 22nd of 2025. In it, I show you how to identify your dominant energy and to build a system that's designed for you. So if you've ever felt like you were on the right path, but still off track, this could be the piece you've been missing. Now let me know in the comments, do you think you're a fire dominant or a water dominant? I'd love to hear what resonates with you. And if you're finding this helpful, hit the like button. It helps get this information to others who felt just as stuck. The truth is, knowing your zodiac sign or your Myers-Briggs is very helpful. But knowing your dominant energy, now that's transformational. That's how you align your body, your emotions, your mind, and your soul into one coherent spiritual path. You weren't meant to copy someone else's journey. You were meant to awaken on your own. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more insights. And join me, Misha Alye, as we explore the history, the mystery, and the science of the chakras right here on Aashni Spiritual Living. And if you want to dive deeper into how energy flows through you, check out my book, The Basics of Mysticism. It's available now on Amazon. And don't forget, I have a new book coming out in September of 2025 called Navigating the Chakras.